Acekard2i is a great card. It's fast, it's got plenty of support, plenty of skins out there. The only downside is the price. It's slightly higher compared to R4, and it doesn't come with a micro SD card USB drive.
I keep getting questions on how to set up an Acekard2i, so I'm going to go over step by step on how to do this. I broke it down into 3 easy steps. The first one's going to be to buy, number 2 download, number 3 play. For the Acekard2i chip, make sure you get the DSi compatible one. You can tell from looking at the chip. If it says I next to it, then that's the correct one. If it doesn't have one, then that means that's the old version and it will only work on DS Lite. Well, this DSi compatible one will work on both. The memory device you want to load the games onto, you will have to get a micro SD card. Make sure it's a micro SD or micro SD HC card. It's not a mini card or mini SD or SD card. They're different things. So make sure you get the micro SD or micro SD HC card. The Acekard will handle SDHC, meaning you could get memory sizes up to 32 gigabytes. Just to give you an idea how much data you can fit, each game averages about 50 megabytes. So if you have a 2 gigabyte card, which runs for around $5 to $10, you could fit about 40 games. Some games are bigger, some games are smaller, so it depends. If you want to load movies and MP3s and use your DSi as more than just a gaming device, then you might consider getting a bigger memory, maybe 8 gigabytes and plus, but if you're just using it for gaming, then 2 gigabytes should be good enough.
If you want a memory that's bigger than 2 gigabytes, they're called micro SD HC cards instead of micro SD cards. When you buy a micro SD HC card, they come with something called class, as you see right here. And the regular micro SD card, you don't see any class numbers, but the micro SD HC cards you do. Class number represents the guaranteed data transfer speed. So for example, class 2 will guarantee you at least 2 megabytes per second, and a class 6 will guarantee you at least 6 megabytes per second. When a game is over 100 megabytes, you'll notice the difference when the game loads. But once the game loads, they all play the same. So if you're very patient and you want to save a few bucks, class 2 will work.
I also get questions regarding which brand is the best. I really haven't seen any difference between SanDisk, Kingston, Transcend. So as long as there's a brand name, I say go for it. You're probably safe. The third item you want is a micro SD card reader. So what it does is you pretty much plug in your micro SD card into it, then plug the other side into your USB drive. You pop this into your computer, then you get a folder, then you just drag and drop files onto it. So your Acekard2i might come with it, but if it doesn't, it runs for about $3 to $4 on eBay. Okay, now that you have everything, let's go ahead and go to the second step, which is to download. Download all the firmware, any games that you want onto the micro SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and have a micro SD card in the micro SD card reader, and I'm going to plug this into the computer. Okay, and I have a USB drive here. Go. Start this camera thing to move that. Okay, so I have an empty folder. Okay, so now I have an empty USB drive on my computer. Let's go to acekard.com. See here. To download the firmware. Acekard. Now we're at acekard.com. You want to go to the download section, then download the latest firmware. Right now it'll be 4.16. Notice what you're downloading is actually a zip file. This is not the file you load onto the micro SD card. You have to actually, this is a compressed file format, so you have to unzip or extract the contents inside the file. You can use WinZip, or I think any modern operating system you could just right click on it and choose extract. These are the contents in the zip file I just downloaded, so I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop this onto the micro SD card. And now your micro SD card is set up and good to go, but it's missing any sort of games. Every Nintendo DS ROM file would have this file extension called .nds. So this represents a game. So let's just go ahead and copy this onto the micro SD card. And that's it. Now we're at the last step. So all we have to do is play. Let's plug in the micro SD card into the Acekard2i, then plug that into the DSi, and we should be good to go. Let's give it a shot. So here's the micro SD card that's loaded. Plug it into the Acekard2i, then plug that into the DSi. Okay, and you would choose micro SD card. And here we go, we see the new Zelda. Wonder what it's like.